We often talk about the mind-muscle connection, but do we really need it? After all, our minds don't lift the weight. We can stare at those weights all day long and they're not going to move until we physically grab them and lift them with our muscles. But it's our minds that send the signal to our body telling it what to do. So the more focused our minds are on the task at hand, the more efficiently we're going to perform that task. And when the task is weight training, we need to focus our minds first and foremost on our form, and then on the muscle or muscle groups we are trying to train. For example, with me, I tend to feel my traps more when I do shoulder press or dumbbell rows instead of my shoulders and lats. So I really need to concentrate and focus on feeling those muscles move when I do those exercises. I will leave a link in the description to an article written by Brett Contreras, who does a test to see if you can actually activate one muscle over another in any given exercise by simply concentrating on it more. And the way he does this test is he uses an EMG, or an electromyography, which records the electrical signals that are sent from the muscle neurons or the nerve cells to the muscles, causing them to contract or relax. This test confirms that the muscle we are focusing on is the muscle that gets the most work in the exercise. But if we in fact could switch our focus to a different muscle, then it will become the primary working muscle. So for example, if we take squats and we're focusing on our quads over our glutes, then our quads are going to get most of the work in that exercise. But if we in fact mentally switch our focus to our glutes, then we can make our glutes the primary working muscle. So it shows that it's about more than just body positioning. It's also about mental focus when it comes to getting the most out of our exercises. And it's not unusual for us to have a muscle group that we have trouble feeling when we are training. One of my favorite ways I've used to develop my mind-muscle connection is flexing. Now granted, if you're working out in a gym with a bunch of people around, you're probably not going to want to break out into a series of bodybuilding poses. But you can still use flexing to strengthen this connection. Let's use chest for an example. So before you do your push-ups or your bench press, take a moment and flex your chest. Flex your pecs. You can even put your hand on them as you flex it, just to help strengthen that mind-muscle connection anymore. Then once you're in position to start your exercise, flex your pecs and keep them contracted throughout the entire movement. Now if you're doing this with your bench press, you might want to use a little lighter weight or do it on your warm-up sets, as it makes the exercise a lot harder to do. And if at any point in time during the rep you lose that connection, stop right there, do a bit of an isometric hold, and really flex the muscle you are trying to connect with. Now something I like to do when I'm training with someone to help them with the mind-muscle connection is just to tap on the muscle that they are trying to contract, and it instantly draws their focus to that part of their body. So getting a truly effective workout involves more than just moving weight. We need to get our minds actively involved with every single repetition. This is Lawrence from Fit and 50, signing out. Keep working out, keep having fun, and we will talk to you again in that next video.